Hello everybody, it's Kelly Folsom here, and I am an artist, teacher, and founder of Art Life with Kelly. And today I wanted to talk to you about how action is the antidote. The antidote to what? Well, for me, back in 2013, when I first got out of art school, I had just moved back home to Oklahoma, and I was in a low rent, one bedroom apartment, struggling to make ends meet. And what ended up happening was I was incredibly stressed out, analyzing and overthinking everything, paralyzed by fear, and then also paralyzed by shame because I was under so much stress and anxiety at the time that I didn't have the energy to actually paint. And this was the thing that I was supposed to have loved, and I spent, 4 years learning how to do in art school. But yet the stress of daily life was causing me to not have the energy to be able to sit down at the easel and work on a painting for 8 hours that day or even 4 hours that day. So the end result of that, of course, was just a continuous cycle of feeling stressed, anxious, depressed that I wasn't creating. And one morning I woke up early, I had my cup of coffee, and I was on my back balcony, and I was witnessing the sunrise over this flat land of this empty lot in Oklahoma. And even though this was not a paradise view sunrise, I was so struck by the beauty of the sunrise. And I realized in that moment that, wow, I could actually paint this. I think I could paint this. And I was so moved by the colors and the simple yet powerful wonder of that sunrise and how we all get this sunrise every single day. Sorry. So that felt so good to me, just watching that sunrise. But then I went on with my day and of stress and anxiety, and just felt, bad for the rest of the day, essentially. So I decided to do one thing, and that was that night before bed, I decided something has to change here. I have to start creating again. I can't just keep day after day on the computer trying to figure out how to make ends meet. How can I, bring in some income from my paintings that weren't selling, or how can I line up a new teaching gig? So I decided that night that I was going to get up the next morning and attempt to paint that sunrise. So I set my alarm, I set out my paints, got my little 5x7 panel ready, and I thought, I don't have inspiration or energy to put into a big masterpiece, but I do think I could get up and paint that sunrise first thing in the morning. So I did that the next morning, got my cup of coffee, went out on my back balcony and painted this sunrise in my bathrobe. And 30 minutes later, I had this beautiful little sunrise sketch. And what was even more important was the euphoria that I felt during this experience. Time had passed so quickly, and I was just fully engaged in pushing the paint around and observing the beauty before me. So this state of euphoria lasted throughout the day for me. I just felt great. It's eased all of the stress and anxiety I was feeling. So much so that I decided, I can't just do this once. So I decided to set a 30-day challenge for myself to try to heal my heart and mind and get myself out of this hole and this rut that I had gotten into. So I did that, and what I learned, of course, is that action, especially creative action, is always the antidote to the stress, to you feeling stuck and anxious. It's just by taking one simple step of action in the right direction, in the direction of your goal and dream. So stay tuned, because next week I'm going to be talking more about this topic. And now that you've heard what was keeping me from painting at that time, I would love to hear what is keeping you from painting. What's keeping you stuck right now in your painting journey? So please leave a comment for me below, and I wish all of you much love, inspiration, and happy painting. Bye.